Hey, what's going on, guys? I got a new video for you guys today, and I'm just gonna sit down off script totally and just talk about some Halo for about, you know, 30 seconds up to 5 minutes. Who knows where this video is gonna go, so if you stick with me, you're in for a good. With Halo Infinite only being, we'll say, a couple months away, but it's almost a full year, we're gonna soon start to see some multiplayer gameplay, and I think that's the question on everyone's mind. With it going free to play, there's a lot to be left said about how it's going to play. Like, what kind of Halo are we going to expect to see here? We've already seen Sprint inside of the Halo trailer from the E3 reveal, so we can probably expect something similar to Halo 4's, I think, but that's not really Halo, and a lot of people stopped getting on the Halo bandwagon around Halo 4 because of that exact reason. So what I really want to think about is how Halo needs to kind of capture that classic gameplay and keep up that slightly faster pace that most modern games nowadays have. So, with that said, I think we need kind of a bit more of a balance here. We need maybe Halo 4's running could be obviously like the Halo 5's mechanic for when your shields don't regen while you're sprinting. I think it was actually one of the smarter moves that they made, because Halo 5, despite being, well, Halo 5, it was still a not bad multiplayer. Just wasn't quite Halo, but for that feature, the sprint feature, it's kind of been, it's just been dragged under the bus so much, and so it's just been talked about to death. But really, I think the main point about Halo, what makes Halo special, is its unique time to kill. It's one of the slower games in time to kill compared to Call of Duty, Battlefield, and all its other like competitors, which is kind of a nice thing because there's a larger skill gap. You can honestly turn around and start fighting the gunman that's shooting at you behind your back, and you still have a chance. And honestly, that's what we need to see return in Halo, because without that, Halo is just another Call of Duty at this point. I know that obviously Halo came before, but it's just going to become like every other game, and it's going to lose its charm. And the franchise, well, the story that we've fallen in love with, it'll be gone. Everything about Halo will be like done for nothing if it just doesn't nail the multiplayer, because after people beat the campaign, which is one of the primary focuses they should also be dedicating a lot of resources to, it's going to come down to multiplayer. And if the multiplayer isn't fun, people aren't going to stick around and play that game over the long term, especially how they said this game is to be a 10-year experience. I, I have no idea what that entices, but needless to say, the multiplayer needs to be up to standard of other Halo multiplayers. And every single one has had its weird quirks. Halo Reach had the bloom, wasn't the best. Its competitive gameplay was fun, but also questionable at times. So really, what's to say here is that I think that the best multiplayer they can aim for is something like Halo 2 or Halo 3's time to kill. I think that's the appropriate time, but obviously scale the maps to allow for sprint to be utilized properly, and don't make sprint overpowered like in Halo 4 where you can just run away, because that makes the gunfights kind of tedious. If there's a long time to kill and they just run away, you're never going to kill anyone. So really, they need to scale the maps to accompany this slower time to kill that they should keep from the older Halo games. And that's the main thing that's gonna make this multiplayer good. There's a lot of weapon balances that they need to take into account as well. You can't have brute shot that two shots people, and the battle rifle and the DMR always has to be kind of balanced. They need to have their own niches, otherwise not really any point, because usually Halo's always had one precision weapon until Halo 4 and 5 came along, where they decided, well, you know what, might as well add them both. And Halo 5 had a lot of weapons, and for that reason, a lot of them just ended up not even being used. Everyone just went to the good one. So that would be like the Halo 2 battle rifle. So what really needs to happen is they need a balanced sandbox of weapons. They need that classic Halo slower time to kill. And they definitely need to make sure their maps are scaled properly for sprint, because Halo 4's beginning for arena-based combat was questionable, and then Halo 5's tried to bring that competitive aspect to the arena shooting with their jetpacks and flying and ground pound and Spartan charges. It's just, the close maps didn't work maybe as good as they thought it would, but it was still somewhat competitive because of fair balanced starts, which is a no-brainer. If Halo Infinite doesn't have that, well, people are going to be upset. Let me tell you that right up front. But in sum, to recap, you just really need a balanced Halo, and if they can achieve that, then I think they'll capture the classic fans and the new fans, because we've got sprint in the game, it's not going anywhere, and we've got this classic time to kill, and that'll keep people in that 30-second loop that we've fallen in love with over 2 decades now almost. Well guys, we've come to the end of the video, and if you like the rambling I just did talking about Halo, leave a like and maybe consider subscribing, and I will surely talk more about Halo because I have played it for years and I probably won't stop because it's a game I really love and I'm just so passionate about it, and I hope you guys can have a discussion in the comment section maybe about this topic with me. Thank you very much.